Speaking to the problem, here's the problem. We need more money in this restaurant, but we don't want to increase our costs. We don't want to, um, we don't have a lot of room on the line. We don't have time to train our staff on a whole new menu. What can we do? And wanted to increase the takeout. Yo, what's good, family? So, first and foremost, God loves you and I love you. And what are you thankful for today and why? So, real quick, man, want to talk about something I wrote down a little while ago. This is going to be for you. It's kind of just an idea, like, especially if you have a restaurant or in general, just thinking about if you have a business, how to not have to keep going about chasing new customers, but like to serve the customers that you have more, so that they begin to trust that they can keep coming back to you for endless things. The more ideas that you give them that you can help them with, the more ideas of things they will ask you to help them with. You know what I'm saying? So, I was jumping into it, man. If you have a restaurant, here's an idea that you could, and I didn't come up with this, but I saw it other places, and I've also not seen it at places, and maybe you can figure out a way to apply this logic to your business or your restaurant or your food truck or whatever. So let's just dive in. We had tacos on the menu, and people love tacos. We had a lot of girls, to be honest, that came in the restaurant, and the tacos were good, and girls love tacos. I hope women love tacos, excuse me. But, here was the idea, to go taco boxes. I worked at Taco Bamba. They had this idea. They had it on the menu, and, everywhere doesn't have it, but it was like, we had takeout and wanted to increase the takeout numbers. So having a taco special, but then also having this taco box. So deconstructing your choice of meats, chicken and steak is what we had. So, then you have ramekins of the slaw, cheese, salsa, lime, tortillas in aluminum foil warmed up. And then, you could do a one meat, you could do two meat, you could do double meat. So all those are options. This was a beer club idea. So, you can make it free or paid, probably paid. They get first shots at new beers or updates on the new beers, or even voting on the new beers, like input on the new beers specifically. And then you can reward them. Every third beer is free, or if you have bigger glasses, or get bigger mugs just for them. And just those couple ideas. So thinking like that, what do I already have? That's the point. If you think about what you already have, that's how you make those things an asset, how you increase your ROI without actually spending more money. Maybe you make a new flyer, but you can do that for free. You know what I'm saying? You can incentivize people to share your stuff. You might not even necessarily have to increase your ad spend, but you can using what you already have. You probably wouldn't even need to change anything about your setup of what you already have on your line to do the taco thing. You already have the food, you already have to-go containers, you already have to-go boxes, you already have everything that you need. You already have ramekins, you already have the slaw. It's already there. You would have to do nothing other than say, hey, this thing too. And the reason that matters is there's these, I'm forgetting the name of the numbers right now, but the idea and the principle, there's a couple principles. One says that like 50% of your, I'm blanking on these numbers, so I'm going to find the principle and just link it below. I'll come back to it. But yeah, the point is, you have to, there's numbers that say that customers, that people who don't know you won't buy. They need a certain amount of interactions, and it's something like 11 hours of content, I guess, over like 4 platforms, and like I'm messing it up, but the point is they need to see you places. So if you only have the one thing and you're only talking about the one thing and you only talk about it sometimes, you don't build that up again. You're just kind of showing up and you're not creating that what else could they do thing. Where else are they? Oh, they're all over the place. You look at the Rose Casino. If you live in Woodbridge or Dumfries right now or Prince William County, I'm sure, or maybe even further, I'm sure you're seeing the Rose ads on YouTube and Hulu. You know what I mean? The Rose put on the Dumfries Fire Show, so they were talked about there. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize that they were, when that happened on the 4th of July, fireworks show, whatever I said. When that happened on the 4th of July, I had been looking on Hulu and had saw Rose ads and was confused why I did. And then I saw that they were doing the fireworks. And since then, when you go on Hulu, you see their ads all the time. You go on YouTube, you see their ads. I do. And I'm not looking for it. I'm just in the area and they're targeted and they're sharp. You know what I'm saying? They're doing good business. They're staying top of mind, being in different places, all these different interactions. You know what I mean? If I was a gambling person, I would have already been in the Rose by now because it's down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're staying top of mind. And that's the point. Like, not just that I see it all the time, but like they show up. And when I see it, it's like, oh yeah, the Rose. You know what I mean? I know them. You know what I mean? Know, like, and trust. If I like their commercials, I like them. Can I trust them? Well, they're all over the place. They must be spending money for these ads. You know, I know the building's there. You know what I mean? At least to that, I can trust that it's a real place and that they're actually putting money into it. So, you know, know, like, and trust, just in that. So, having more products, being diversified, but you know, having more offerings, more things that you talk about with knowledge and passion, speaking to the problem. Here's the problem: we need more money in this restaurant, but we don't want to increase our costs. We don't want to. We don't have a lot of room on the line. We don't have time to train our staff on a whole new menu. What can we do? Deconstruct something that you already make. You know what I mean? Prep the meal and sell it to go with heating instructions. You know what I mean? Start a club online. If you already have a website, start a membership club or a loyalty program. Toast. Pivot. You know what I mean? Create more places for your customer to find you and put your stuff in places, because you might not always find your ideal customer where you expect them to be. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope that helped. I hope it made sense. Would love to know and hear any thoughts and how you would use it. Drop it in the comments. What are you thankful for today? God bless y'all. All right, family.